ChatGPT image generation is here for 4.0 and 4.5, and it is pretty crazy. And I'm going to show you some examples. I've got this one right off the bat. Made a pretty good picture of a dolphin and then said, okay, give him a jetpack. And then I thought it made sense to put him in the air. The only minor deviation was that there was a cutoff here, and it looked a little bit more painted. Still pretty cool though, but I want to show you a bunch of other ones that I made. So I took this image of Tony Soprano, if you're familiar with the Sopranos show, and basically just said, hey, I just kind of like want a wallpaper that's sort of, you know, like kind of an anime painted style, but not too overbearing. Came out pretty cool. Looks really good on like a smartphone. Another experiment that I did was there was this meme floating around where someone said it's him, it's Big Pharma. And so I passed this image in, and then I asked GPT, I was like, just make an animated representation of this guy, like make him a character. And so first off, it came out with this, but the thing that didn't make sense is that he's kind of like behind the counter. It doesn't seem like he's working there. So I just asked it to go and modify that, and then it put him behind the counter, and then it turned him into Big Pharma. So another thing I thought was pretty neat is I asked it to make a Lego Statue of Liberty. Turned out incredibly well. Besides maybe some minor details, I could probably be very easily fooled into thinking that this is a Lego set that's real. Oh, there are barely any giveaways, and yeah, that's pretty crazy. I did some other character work from The Sopranos to see this image, like kind of low res, kind of small, and then I just said, okay, we'll just turn that into something animated. It seems to retain human form really well with animation. Made this cyborg Mona Lisa. That was pretty cool. This is a suggestion from Grok for just like an interesting image that could be made. That was pretty good as well. One thing that I will show you, I'm going to go to my latest generation here. So just made this one of this pirate ship like sailing through the stars. It's kind of neat, but maybe not as exceptional. Pretty good quality. But one thing to keep in mind is if you use ChatGPT image generation 4.5 right now, it will not really respond to multiple prompt iterations on your image or editing that image after you get it past the first prompt. So if you try to add, hey, do this, change that, you're not going to get anywhere. It will just tell you that something seems to have gone wrong and retry. At least for me, this seems to be a pretty consistent across the board type of problem. So definitely go play around with it the way that you can do this. If you go to ChatGPT, log in, start a new chat. Out of the models, you can pick 4.0 and 4.5. They don't have 0.1 image generation yet, or 0.3 that I'm tracking. So you go to those, select them, and then down the bottom, just make sure that you enable in the view tools, create image, right? Or if you explicitly instruct it in the prompt to create you an image, that will also come through as well, I believe. So anyhow, yeah, definitely go play with this. This is really exciting, pretty cool advancement. I think that this really butts up against Google AI Studio. They have been doing some really interesting things with image generation where you can do some kind of interesting Photoshop type stuff. And I think that is definitely going to be pretty powerful and a huge competitor for image editing software in general. So if you like this video, feel free to drop it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Thanks so much for hanging out today, and I'll see you in the next one.